Aaron Judge is setting records, but they're the ones no one wants him to set. In a recent game between Cleveland and the Yankees, Judge and his team suffered a 4-2 loss, with the poor guy striking out for the fourth time. In today's video, we'll be talking about Judge's recent performance in the second game of ALDS against the Cleveland Guardians, along with what's going on with his performance right now. First up, here's everything we know. The deck was stacked in favor of the Yankees. Historically, whenever the two teams have faced each other during the post-match seasons, the Yankees have come out on top. But this time, things aren't going in their favor. For starters, their star player, Aaron Judge, has been in a slump for some time now. The player had quite a spectacular season up until now, hitting over 62 home runs, but he's hit a bump on his road to success. Judge has run the full spectrum with his performance. With all these homers to his name, he became the player with the best regular season ever. But in the past two games, Judge has been touching the bottom of the barrel. In Game 2 against Cleveland, the Yankees player got 0 for 5, with overall 0 for 8 with 7 strikeouts in the entire series. Up next, let's take a closer look at his performance. The second game against the Guardians saw Judge miss 8 of his 13 swings. Yikes. Besides this astronomical decrease in his performance, Aaron also played his first 4-strikeout game since June. The team currently stands in a 1-1 tie. Its conclusion would finally be revealed in Games 3 and 4, but up until then, some changes have been put in place. Stay tuned to find out about them. Now coming back to the topic, of course, as one would expect the ruthless crowd in New York to behave, Judge was booed persistently after his turn as he walked back to the dugout. Well, this reaction from the fans wasn't a surprise. But what did the team say about Judge and his slump? Following up, here's what the Yankees manager said. Aaron Boone, the team manager, praised the pitching staff of Cleveland Guardians for how they managed to keep Judge at bay. He implied that the opposing team seemed to have a strategy just for him. Boone also said that the day was executed against him, where even the couple of pitches he did manage to hit got fouled on. It sounds like a pretty tough day. He concluded his remarks by saying that the game had been exceptionally challenging for Aaron, and well, we can understand that to some extent. Although the first game against the Guardians was a win, it didn't really have Judge's best moments. So of course, he felt the pressure while going into this game, and when the swings started missing, well, then no one could stop them. So this takes us to our next point of discussion. Let's see what the man says about his performance in the recent games. Well, here's some good news for the down-in-the-dumps Aaron Judge fans. The player confirmed that he's expecting this slump to be over pretty soon. Some people thought this slacking at the plate was caused by the time off Judge got between playoffs and the end of the regular season, but Judge was quick to confirm that this wasn't the case. He said that even though the first two games had been a bit of a struggle for him, he expected to return to his top-notch player self pretty soon. Now, isn't that something we'd all like to see? The player also addressed his current performance by saying that having a couple of bad days in his career wasn't new. It was something he'd gone through before. That makes it even more clear that we'll soon be seeing Judge back on his feet, flinging homers left and right in no time. He also assured his fans that this was just part of the process, and that the mistakes he made in the previous games would only help him get better. Next, do the Guardians really have a strategy to keep Judge away? Now, this has recently caused a lot of speculation in the media, especially after the manager of the Yankees, Aaron Boone, made his remarks. Well, lucky for you, someone did approach the Guardians with this question, asking if they had a specific plan to attack Judge. The Guardians manager, Terry Francona, did not say too much in response to this. While talking to the media, he made it pretty clear that if he indeed had such a strategy, he wouldn't be going around and advertising it to everyone. Oh well, maybe they do have some tricks up their sleeves. Hopefully, Judge will be ready and fully equipped to deal with whatever Francona will have his team throw his way during the upcoming games. Let's see how the Guardians are planning on dealing with the threat Judge poses. He might not be the best performing baseball player right now, but he's one of the best of his generation. The Guardians understand this and recognize the threat he poses in the field. And even though the team has been doing a pretty good job at keeping him away from scoring, they still won't be pounding their chests out in the field. Francona said that Aaron Judge was a very dangerous player, so it was better to avoid any premature celebrations. Francona mentioned that the rest of the Yankees hadn't lost faith in Judge, so why should they? This is a pretty smart decision since he's still the same player who hit 62 home runs this season. Now, let's take a look at the new changes the Yankees have put in place to ensure their victory. Up next, Judge won't be the leadoff anymore. Aaron wasn't able to hold on to his position as a leadoff for very long before being bumped down to number 2. Game 3 of the Cleveland vs. New York series will have Gleyber Torres on the top of the lineup, and Anthony Rizzo will be following Judge. Boone said that the purpose of this change wasn't really because of their lack of confidence in him, but actually, they did it so that the poor guy won't have too much pressure on him. So it looks like the management is trying their best to help the guy settle in. Boone went on to say that he was feeling pretty confident with this lineup. He remarked that the new changes made the team feel more whole, and of course, the team manager acknowledged that this change had a little bit to do with Judge's 7 strikeouts. Hopefully, this strategy will prove to be more beneficial for the player, and he can get back to being his old self. Following up, was it wise to move Judge to number 1? Not many people were happy with Yankees' decision to send Judge to bat as a leadoff. Alex Rodriguez, or you might know him as A-Rod, was very vocal about his dislike for this shift. The former MLB star declared this move extremely ridiculous and said the team should reverse it immediately. Well, in retrospect, the team definitely should have listened to him. He was their star shortstop, not so long ago after all. Interestingly, the concerns A-Rod voiced then are similar to the reasons Boone is now giving for the lineup changes, claiming that he just woke up to it. Rodriguez said this was just gimmicky baseball, and that no team should ever send out their best player or best hitter in the first place. And well, we agree with him. Creating a lineup in baseball is like playing chess. You don't send out your most valuable pieces in the beginning. Oh well, they certainly learned that the hard way, didn't they? Maybe the team should think about hiring A-Rod as the manager. Last but not least, can we expect this change to help the Yankees? The change came ahead of Game 3 in the series, deciding who would be the ultimate winner in ALDS. The main purpose behind this change is to give Judge a nudge towards breaking Roger Maris's franchise and his American League home run record. Of course, the player would be more at ease without the pressure of being the first in the lineup, and so he'll be able to showcase some pretty good talent. Boone, as we mentioned earlier, is pretty confident with his decision. He stated that Judge had maintained a high score from second in his career, so maybe we'll finally get to see a repeat of that. That's a wrap for this video, folks. What do you think of Aaron Judge's recent performance against the Guardians? Do you think he'll be improving anytime soon? Let us know what you think in the comments down below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more awesome videos like this. See you in the next one with the latest updates.